battlefield is in the mind.
Yeah, of course it is.
And the funniest thing, God fights the mind.
Yeah.
A lot of spiritual fight in the mind. They need to go to church and get clean in their mind by the blood of Jesus.
Yes.
The blood cleans the mind.
Yeah.
And that they don't know that.
No, they don't.
It's a shame.
But I'll tell you, you know what? I feel I accomplished something here.
Yeah, nice.
No, there's a gentleman in here. Remember I was telling you he was drinking like $250 a weekend? Well, he's got clear eyes today. He said that last week he started thinking about it. He's cutting down. He's still drinking.
Yeah.
But little babies walk,
Yes.
then they run.
How you doing?
So, hey, how you doing?
Little by little bit.
Yeah, but he looks better, so I feel like I accomplished something. Even one person is better than nothing, right?
That's right. Little by little bit.
That's right, yeah.
But the thing is, people don't know which one.
No, you're right.
They in trouble.
Yeah.
They big trouble. See, this is God's love.
Yeah, you're
That's God.
Yeah.
That's just the unconditional.
breaking bread. Yeah.
That's unconditional. He give you without you say nothing.
Yeah.
He loves you.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can praise him, you can thank him, you can glorify him.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Shame.
Yeah.
You're lying.
I know. People, people are people. But you're a soldier in the war of spreading the news, and you just keep going.
Yeah, because they don't understand this is God.
Yeah. So.
It's God. You gotta give God thanks. God to glory.
Yes.
Not man, no people, no fast. God.
Yeah.
He let you breathe, let you talk, let you walk.
I know.
You can walk because he let you walk. You're not in the hospital because he let you. Him is in control of your life. But when your mind is not.
I know. I just yesterday. I was on Channel 11 yesterday. Yes. And matter of fact, I said yesterday was when you breathe right now, somewhere in the world there's somebody taking their last breath. Every time you blink, somebody's closing their eyes for the last time. So why not praise God every day for that? So.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for bread. Thank you I can get a bread.
I know. Anything.
Anything God can give you, you gotta thank him. The mind is not.
Yeah. But you just keep pushing and pushing.
Oh yeah, I want to let them know the truth.
And I'm going to be here Thanksgiving.
All
right? I'm going to try to walk around and see if I can catch some people.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you in a little bit. Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Can I give you one of these? I'm an addiction recovery coach. I help people that have drug and alcohol addictions, and for free I'll coach you. If you know anybody,
I sure will get it to them.
yeah, here's my business card. And because of the church here, I'm doing it for free. But if you know anybody that has any drug, or even if you know people that are overdosed or something, I'm on TV.
Okay.
So if you ever want to tell your story, I'm on Channel 11. I'm also on YouTube, 150 videos.
Okay.
You can tell your story. You don't have to give your name. You don't even have to go on camera.
Okay.
Okay? All right, thanks. Bye-bye. Well, as you guys heard, the pastor was talking, and it is all about giving to the people, helping people. That's what it really comes down to. So, folks, there's not many people out here on the road today, but I'm going to try my best to spread the news. Good morning. Can I give you one of these, please? I'm an addiction recovery coach. I'm trying to clean the neighborhood up with drugs and alcohol. And for free, that I'm trying to coach people on how to beat it, how to live with it. If you know anyone, I'm also on TV and on YouTube. We do videos. Anytime you have a story, if you know somebody and they possibly overdose, just call me. You don't have to give your name or your face. It's all just to try to help people, okay? Thanks. Hey, how you doing? Can I give you one of these? You drink alcohol or do drugs? No. If you know anybody, call. If you know anybody that drinks too much or does too much this, call me. For free, I help. And I can put you on a camera on TV and talk about it if you know people that drink too much or do too much alcohol, okay? But just call that number. It's help.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Well, the people are different here this morning. But let's see if we can catch some people at this end. Have a good day, guys. Beautiful, crispy day. Well, I see some people down there by the church. So let's see if we can talk to them. See what's going on. Oh, I'm banging against the phone here. It's a very cold day out today. Sunday, October 5th. I just heard yesterday, only 11 more Fridays till Christmas. Unbelievable. Hey, how you doing? Were you able to hand those things out for me?
What handy?
Remember the alcohol addiction and drug addiction?
Oh yes, I stopped. I dropped some off at USA gas station. Handy track. And
perfect. Thank you. Hopefully somebody read it. If you want a couple more, I'll give you one of my cards. Sure. It's all for free. And whoever has an addiction, they can end up on TV too. Because I'm on Channel 11 and 150.
I hate paparazzi.
Yeah, well, listen, you don't have to give your face or your name. It's just you can go on audio. But if you know anybody, okay? Thanks a lot.
No problem. Do you need me to give out more pamphlets?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because I'm going to be going to my friend's house, so I can drop some more of the track again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Most addicts go there.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Well, I'm going to shut you off now. Hey, how you doing? Can I just give you a flyer? Thank you. I'm trying to help clean up the streets with alcohol and drugs here, and I'm an addiction recovery coach. And what I'm trying to do is pro bono. It's try to help the neighborhood. If you know anybody who has any addictions whatsoever, I have a method to beat it without even having to go to AA. I'm on Channel 11. I'm also, we have 150 one-hour videos on YouTube. And I'm always looking for people that either want to talk about their own addictions or anything. You don't have to give your name or your face. You just kind of put a dummy picture up and you just talk about it if you're ever interested. Because your stories...
I have somebody who I'd like to
get the help, yeah.
My best friend's brother, and he roams these streets as a heroin addict.
Oh, well, definitely. One way to start, if he's too shy to even call me, is if you look down here, you see these two web pages?
Okay.
He can go on there, and all my videos are on there, and there are methods on there, and there are different doctors. These are all people that are willing to help for nothing. And especially, this used to be my stopping ground years ago. I used to drink 10 to 15 shots of vodka, and then I tried going to AA, and AA just didn't work for me. I need to be more actively involved. I'm not sure if you ever had to go to AA for me.
I've gone.
Yeah, and to me it was like you just sit in a circle, kind of. It's the same old, yeah, and you know what? It wasn't enough. I had to get more involved, and I got in contact with a few people. Next thing I knew, I got a director and a producer that contacted me, and we started creating videos on how to help people. That's where I am. So I figured by coming into my old neighborhood is the best place because I know where people are hiding and drinking because I used to do it. I lived on Pagoda, and from this liquor shop to Pagoda, I would drink 10 to 15 shots and just literally throw the bottles into the bushes and stuff because I really thought my wife or nobody would notice, but people know when you're drunk. Believe me, people know. So, but I'm not knocking AA, but my method really works, and it's for nothing. It's just, you know, this is how I help myself is by helping other people. It works, calmer, you know. So if you can, I'd appreciate it, okay?
Absolutely.
Nice meeting you, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Bye-bye. It was helpful. Very helpful. Hey guys, can I give you a pamphlet? A little flyer? Probably not so much for either one of you guys, but if you know anybody has any alcohol or drug problems, have them call me. I give out free help trying to clean the streets up here. There's a lot of alcohol and a lot of drugs going on. This used to be my stomping ground. I live in the Hamptons now, but I used to drink like you wouldn't believe here. And I found a new method other than AA and how to help people. And that's pretty much just doing what I'm doing. Is if you go and talk to people about drugs and alcohol, people will listen because they see a real face and a real person behind it. AA is out of a book. You guys go to school, right? How much do you learn out of a book than you learn by doing constantly? And by going out, I'll give you one of my cards. And I'm doing this for free. So it's nothing to gain other than self-satisfaction for me to help people, okay? So spread the word for me, all right? Thanks, guys. Thank you, and have a great day. Well, they really do. They really do, especially for the younger people, because people like my age, we're already halfway over the hill. But it's you young people, so. But I appreciate you guys helping. Thanks. Bye-bye. You too. Can I give you one of these? Hi, I'm trying to help clean up the streets from drugs and alcohol in the neighborhood. I'm an addiction recovery coach. If you know anybody that has any issues, if you can just have them call me.
I don't have to call you. I can tell you now.
Okay. You don't have anybody, or you do?
Plenty.
Okay, well, here.
Keep it quiet.
No, I will.
No, I don't have to call you.
Oh, you don't want to call me? Okay, all right.
I can tell you now.
Okay.
You walk the very street.
Oh, what street? Yeah, yeah. Wellwood? Okay. I'm a coach. I'm not here to get. I used to be an alcoholic. I'm here to try to help people. I'm not trying to hurt people.
No, it's not my son, but he's plenty people
Around there, yeah. Okay. Well, that
never goes like this, but now
I know it's terrible.
Sorry. I feel sorry.
Yeah.
So they have only one son, and I don't want to tell people the name. So
Okay. You don't want to keep this?
No.
Okay. Have a good day. Bye bye. Bye. Okay. That's okay. Thank you. Here I go down this way. Thanks, Pat. Well, as you can tell, that last lady, she was a little nervous talking to me. Don't know why. Maybe she thought I was the cop. But hey, how you doing? Good. Can I give you one of these? I'm an addiction recovery coach. Anybody that has alcohol
I'm
or
going to
drugs?
take a post.
Oh, okay.
I haven't drank since January 17th.
Well, good for you. If you know anyone that you think has addiction issues, for free, I'm doing pro bono work here in Mastic Beach.
Okay.
Have them call me. I have a method how to beat addiction and live with it without even having to go to
I've been
AA.
on CK posts for January 17th.
This year?
Yeah.
And how long have you been clean now?
Since January 17th.
Wow. Do you miss it?
No.
No, but isn't it nice to wake up in the morning and not have those blackouts, the hangovers?
Yeah, I don't
But I-
think there ain't nothing I miss about it.
No, I could go into a liquor shop and I still like have those thoughts, but I know my other half of me, which is the God side of me, says no. But
Yeah, well, you know what? That's what you're always going to have.
Yeah, the
Because
cravings.
They weren't all bad times.
no, they weren't. Right.
So they weren't all bad
From what I
times.
remember.
It's just that I know if I was to have one,
That's
I'm
it.
back right up where
I
I
used
started.
to do 15 shots of vodka a day from
I
there
did-
to
I was in
Pagoda.
that hall, and I did 32 shots in 2 hours of that thing.
Wow, you must have been just as bad as me, if not worse. Well, look, here's the good thing. You're walking, you're still alive.
Yeah,
Good for you. Thanks. Spread the word. Oh, that's your mom, Pat? My mom and your mom are good friends. Yep. Pat, there's your son. Okay. Let's see. That was Pat's son. You guys probably heard Pat many a times. Sorry about the noise, but we have a bus in the background. I am going to turn around. Let me see if I can. Morning, guys. Can I leave a couple of these here for your customers about addiction, how we can help with any drug or alcohol? Clean the streets up, all right? Thanks a lot. There he is. Huh? Yes. Listen, little bit is better than too much. You know, babies have to crawl before they can run. So you do a little bit, and then maybe eventually.
Little by little.
Yes.
One time you can do.
Maybe now it's only $100 a weekend instead of $200.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but at least you're doing better, and you look better. When I saw you that first time, your eyes were red. Today you look better. That's right. And you know that there's nothing wrong with drinking a little bit as long as you can control it. See, if I have a little bit, I have to drink everything. I have no control, so I don't drink nothing. But you might have control. That's okay then. That's right. So you enjoy yourself. And you're famous because remember I taped it and I put on audio. And people, they don't know your name, they don't know who you are, but people hear it and they learn from it. Enjoy. How you doing? How are you? Good. Yeah, I'm going to give you one of these.
Thank you.
I'm a recovery coach for addiction. I'm trying to clean the streets up for alcohol and drugs. If you know anybody, by all means, give me a call. It's all for free. Yeah, that's right. It's all for free, all right? Thanks. I'm going to get a soda. You want anything? Busy day today here. I've had like 6 interviews. Yeah, that was Pat's son. He used to do 22 shots in 2 hours. Yeah. At this bar, when that bar was on, 22 shots in 2 hours. That's how bad. He's been sober since January. And do you remember my friend that drinks $200 a weekend? Look at how clean he looks today. He said he's only drinking a little since he met me. Yeah, it's working. Have you seen an increase also in the neighborhood of drugs and alcohol? Because we're trying to clean it up. I've noticed it in the last couple of years. I used to be one of them. I used to walk from the liquor shop to my home before I moved on Pagoda and drink 15 shots of vodka a day. So I know. That's why I come back to the stomping ground. But we're trying to clean it up, but it's hard. People, you know, we've been there, right? We know until you're ready. So Pat, this is your son. Good for him. Yeah, you do look alike.
Yes.
And you're a couple years older than him. He's 54.
And when I look at him,
54 1 year. I'm going to be 52 this month.
he looks like his dad.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, God.
That's good.
Oh, yes.
That's good.
Oh, yes.
I was telling him,
God bless
you and my mother are friends for many years.
Yes, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
About the same age, too. She's 75. You're
I'm 74.
74.
I'll be 75 soon.
She'll be 75 this November 15th.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so
I gotta wait till March to do
well. You're a youngster still. My aunt who lives in our house in Pagoda, she's going to be 91. She's still living. 91.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, you know, since I changed myself with the alcohol, I think I'm going to be around a lot longer.
He don't drink no more.
I know, he was telling me.
To stop smoking.
Yeah, but you know what? Baby steps. Everything is, you know, because if you get rid of too much, that's how you fall back into it.
Yeah.
You got to do a little bit at a time. Hi, how are you?
You know anybody's getting rid of a bike? He has to go to work tomorrow and he needs a bike.
Did you Getting rid of one? I did, and it's gone already.
Yeah, I went to Frankie Jacobs. She just sold 3 of them for $5.
Did you ask her? Aren't you friends with the thrift shop guy?
I already asked him. Already.
Oh, okay. There he is. Hey.
Yes, Paul. My Paul is cold.
Yeah, I wish I had a bike for you. I really don't. Hey, how you doing, Cookie?
How you doing?
Good. Back on the streets? Yeah, I'm still doing my talking to people. So yeah. Since I saw you last time, I came up with a new fly. I'll give it to you. This one says it all.
Oh, nice.
You have a fork in the road, either addiction or recovery.
Very good. Wow.
I'm going to be leaving in about a half an hour. You want to speak to me in a couple minutes? All right, all right. Yeah, you're welcome. And you know, I got a lot of feedback on that audio because it went live. Not live, but I put it on with you and 6 other people. But a lot of people said they're real people with real stories, and nobody knows who's doing it. There's no face. There's no face. There's no address, no nothing. But it's your story that helps. So thank you so much. Where do you have to go?
I got to go directly to Hop Hog.
Oh, wow.
So I can't buy something that's like real.
He doesn't have any bikes?
No.
None?
Well, I want a 10-speed. I want something that's fast.
Yeah, the bicycle store guy will be open tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be once tomorrow if I get a bike.
Wow. The only other place to look would be like Craigslist.
Yeah, that's what I should have did. That's what my boss did yesterday. Where is that?
I have my tablet here that has online. You can use it while I'm walking the streets. Do you want to look?
Yeah.
Let me go get it.
Got one.
You're welcome. Hold on one second. That's Pat's son. Okay, hold on. Yeah, let me get it. Go to shade, and I'll get it online for you. Settings. Go to Verizon. Hard to see here. Okay, let's try it again. Settings, and you go to data usage. We're going to turn it on, and I'll get you to Google, and then you know how to do the rest, right?
Yeah.
Google. They have a program that's free on there. People giving stuff away, and then, or you can just go directly and buy. But I would look at the free section first. Hold on, it's going to should be up in a second. Here we go. Let's see, free. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get a bike for free, but let's go to, hold on. Let's go to bikes. Bicycle. Take a look there. You know how to scroll up and down, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
God bless you.
good.
I hear you have like a program.
Well, I used to be an alcoholic. I still am, but now I've learned to live with it.
Okay.
But I used to go to AA, and I found it didn't work for me. So I came up with my own method, which is hands-on. If you go out and you witness, it's like being a pastor.
Okay.
You believe you nurture through God by helping others, and that's what my program is. In other words, I provide you videos, I provide methods on how to beat alcohol and drug addiction.
Okay.
But all it is mind over matter, and that's all it is. But
do you have a housing?
no.
Not right now.
No.
Let me get one of your.
Yeah, let me
I run into a lot of people.
If you go on either one of my websites,
Okay.
you'll see everything that we're doing. Here's some help cards.
Okay.
They can call me. And for the pastor, I said, well, I'm here the next 10 weeks.
Okay.
For anyone that's related to the church or even people walking around, I'm going to do it at no charge for them.
Okay, then I do a program. Recovery in Christ meetings on Mondays.
Oh, okay.
4:30 here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, so
would you like me to come and speak one time?
Yeah, I would. I gotta go pick up somebody right now.
Yeah.
But I want to get back with you. I want to
Call
me
because I can also bring a video that we can put on your TV. They can all watch it.
Okay.
That'd be the
all
best.
Right. Okay.
Check it out. Okay. I'm just gonna walk around. Okay. Hello. I don't know if I gave you one of these last week already. It's trying to clean up the streets with drugs and alcohol. Okay. I'm an addiction recovery coach at no charge. I'm trying to help people beat their addiction, work with it. It's an alternative to AA. Okay. So, yeah, so give that to them, and I really appreciate it. And oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm on channel 11, and we have over 150 episodes already. We do interviews. You don't have to go on camera. You can just tell your story. So anytime you want, just call me. Thanks. Hi, how you doing? Can I give you a flyer, please? Sure. I'm an addiction recovery coach for no charge. I'm trying to clean up the streets here, help people with drug and alcohol addiction. So if you know anyone, including yourself, you get in contact with me. Thanks. How you doing with that? Any luck?
Where they are first, I just want to over into.
Okay, let me try to do something here for you. Let's see.
Hey, you know what? You get a bike? A 10-speed bike?
Oh, how about a mountain bike? Mountain bike will work.
Yeah, but mountain bikes take too much energy. I gotta go from Brentwood to fucking
there's no buses, huh?
Not that early.
I'm checking Craigslist for you, but.
Are you doing anything today?
I gotta go feed my dogs. I got my wash. I gotta cook up this oil tank.
Leo wanted you to call. He told me if I see anything, because he wants you to do the job. Okay?
Oh!
Hold on.
What was that all about?
The white truck pulled out. Didn't even watch. Just
Wow.
pulled out. Sideswiped it.
So I told you, right?
You don't think a mountain bike will do it? No.
No. Too much work. I'll get to work and I'll be out of breath. Shot.
Yeah, that's what There's plenty of them, but they're expensive. That guy has nothing now. This is not going to help you. Oh, well.
I know when I got 3 buses to get back, so it's like I don't have time to.
Right.
I have to have it, because I'm a CK coach, so like I told you, it's either get a bike today or you're unemployed.
Oh, wow. I'm trying to think of a bike around here. The bike store is closed over there. He always has cheap used bikes.
Oh?
Yeah, but he's closed. Unless you can get his phone number from somewhere, but I wish I could.
That's all right. I'll just come back to Brentwood. I'll find something.
If I do know of anything, I'll let Pat know.
Somebody told me to go to a jump shot on Fifth Avenue. But when the bus went by there, when it's Sunday, they were closed, and I know it was early, but I wasn't going to get off the bus.
Yeah.
And then wait and find out that they were closed and they had to kick, because then I missed the thing. That would take another hour out of my time, so.
Exactly.
If I seen it open, I'd get off, but I didn't,
Right.
So I ended up here. I have my friends, I grew up here, Yeah, like I said, the one, he just sold 3 bikes for $5 each.
Oh, wow.
And it's funny, his wife works in Pilgrim State. She's like, I've been there 30 years, you didn't know I was there?
Well, let's hope you can find something.
I need it today.
I'll let Pat know if I see something. See that accident? Did I give you one of these already? Maybe last week? I'm an addiction recovery coach. Pro bono, every Sunday I come down here for an hour. Anyone that you know that might have addiction issues with drugs or alcohol, I'm trying to help clean the streets, they can call me. And I'll give them a couple hours free coaching. And we try to do it through Channel 11. And
maybe you should talk to my sister.
you who? Give her the phone number. There's a website. If she goes on there, she'll get a lot of educational tools that every day I do an hour show. Every day.
And she's been through Seafield, right? She's doing good. She's fucking up again.
What is she doing? Drugs?
Smoking correct.
And how is she afforded? Does she have ways? I mean, because one of my shows was
Her boyfriend all the
I was
time.
just going to say, one of my shows was about stealing, just to
She
provide
takes her
her.
boyfriend's credit cards. She'll go to PC Riches, buy all this electronic shit, sell it to her drug dealers.
Were you a Marine?
Yeah.
Oh, reminds me, because I used to wear that hat. I used to be a Marine. But,
My stepson's a Marine.
oh, good. But
My other son wants to go in.
let him. It's funny because one of my shows was just what you just said. People will do whatever it takes. They'll rob you blind.
Well, she robbed me the other night.
Did she? Try to
I
get
got
her
up
to see.
off my bed and I had money there, a couple of dollars.
It was gone.
It was gone. It's not the first time she's done it to me.
Yeah. But she needs help. She needs help. But you know what? You can sit there and lecture people all you want, unless they're willing to get the help. It's never gonna happen. I know. I used to be an alcoholic. People usually say that when they feel bad. When they feel bad, and then the next day they want their fill again. I used to go walk from that liquor shop to my house on Pagoda before we moved and do 15 shots just in the one walk. About there.
Well, down here, you got a lot of your druggies.
Yeah, I know. I figure since then my wife and I, we moved to the Hamptons, but I come down here every Sunday to try to help and clean up the streets. But I can only do what people allow me to do.
The thing is, if they don't want help,
That's right. But let her know to look at my website and stuff and call me, okay? Thanks. Hey guys, can I give you one of these? I'm an addiction recovery coach, people doing drugs and alcohol.
I got 15 years old.
Oh, good for you. Through
October
AA?
13th.
Through
I
AA?
went through Phoenix House.
Oh, good for you. Well, if you know anyone, let me know. I do interviews for Channel 11, and it's all for free. I don't charge anybody to try to help them. It's an alternative to AA, and it's really all comes down to just having a right action plan on how to do your addiction and live in sobriety. But I appreciate it. If you have any stories, call me. You don't have to go on camera. What we'll do is just do an audio, and you'll be on TV then, just with your story. Because your story means something to someone out there.
October 13th is 15 years.
Good for you.
Only 20.
Good for you. Keep it going like that, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Wow, 15 years sober. Imagine that. That is really unbelievable, actually, when you think about it, folks. Can you imagine 15 years, and here he is on the church line getting bread? It's all what it is. Well, it looks like it's pretty much coming to the end because the people are going into the church now. But I'm sure we got some real stories from real people today. And those stories are the stories that count. I can sit in front of a camera and talk all I want, folks. But the stories is what counts. So I'm going to head back, and we're going to call it a day today. But know this, folks. Every Sunday, Mastic Beach, Neighborhood Road, between 11 and 12, I will be out here walking the streets that I used to utilize as my drinking grounds to provide people with the help that they so desperately need. Maybe they don't want, but they need. And of those people, if they could just open their hearts and open their mind, I will be here to help them. I'll be here next Sunday again. Mastic Beach, New York, Neighborhood Road. And I will continue testifying that there is life without alcohol. There is life without drugs. And if you include your God, there's life with you without the drugs and alcohol. There's a perfect life for you. And you'll see many things happen. Anyway, let's cut this off then.
Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back. Today is September 4th. It's about 3:30 in the morning. I just want to share with everyone something this morning. I saw a demonstration maybe about a month ago in reference to our dark side and the power of prayer. If you continuously pray over and over and over again, things will eventually become clear. Although a lot of times when we pray to God, we don't get answers right away. But if you continuously pray over and over, things become clear. So the demonstration involves this bottle, and if you see, the inside of this bottle is all dark liquid. That represents our dark side. And this cap represents our limitations. So we as a human, which is the bottle, have limitations, which is this cap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this bottle into the sink and we're going to do a demonstration. So let me put that there. I'm going to turn the camera around so that everybody can see it. And hopefully you folks can all see it now. Okay, so you see the bottle. I'm going to turn the water on. Okay, so now everything inside is dark, which represents our body and our inside. And what I'm going to do, and this clear water represents our prayer. So you see the continuous water running. I'm going to now, as the prayer, as we're praying, I'm going to lift our limitations, which is the cap. And we're going to slowly add our prayer to this. We all go through dark times. I mean, I've had some dark years. I just didn't understand everything that was happening. I'm going to admit it that I'm not a super patient person. I tend to want answers right away and know what's happening and what I can do to solve it. I don't like not being happy and confident about things. It's just not who I am. But when I get down, it takes a lot for me to get back up. If we pray for a sign, which is this, the water is prayer, but just give up because we feel like God's already heard our prayer and He knows what we need, but He hasn't answered. It's kind of like when we were kids in the toy store and we kept asking our mom and dad for toys, but we never got any results. Yeah, it never worked for me either, but you get what I mean. Anyway, that is exactly what's happened to me in the past years. I have prayed and prayed and prayed, but haven't really gotten any results. The answer I thought God would give me, and especially in the time of frame, I thought my problems would be fixed, which was all before 2013. Then, in 2013, my cap of limitations was lifted. This is the cap, remember this now, was lifted off the bottle, which is my body. Here is where I will just show you how that worked for me. So basically we all have dark sides, which is what's in the bottle, was in the bottle. We are facing, and we take the limitations off our mind, which was the cap I lifted. Don't limit what He can do, because we have to just trust in the Lord. That sometimes even after we pray and we just give up, and it is often why we get defeated. However, even though nothing has really changed, we just keep praying. That's the prayer, the sign of the prayer, the flowing Lord. Just keep praying and never ever give up praying. And if we do that and devote ourselves completely to the Lord, He will pull us through. The dark times will go away, and we just have to be patient. I know it's hard. Being patient truly is a virtue. But by never ever giving up on prayer, it's going to show you that God will eventually answer all your prayer. And the more we pray, which is this water going into the bottle, one day everything will become clear. You see how clear this is now? That is the power of prayer. Folks, I think that demonstration says it all. If we had a bottle which represents our body, and the bottle, everything was dark on the inside, and the water coming out of the faucet represents the prayer, day after day after day, just keeps adding to the darkness which was in the bottle. Eventually all that prayer has to turn what was dark inside this bottle, which is our body, has to change and become as clear as this water in here. That, folks, is the power of prayer. Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back. Today we're going to talk about something that's really, really important, special, and it's worth watching. If you notice, I'm wearing a backpack, and that backpack represents the weight that I carry on my shoulders of the world. In that backpack, I will have a lot of extra things that I don't necessarily mean to carry on my shoulders or to carry the world or the pressures of the world on my shoulders. There are 10 things to make me happier in this backpack that I definitely should keep in this backpack, and then 10 things that I need to get rid of to either continuously stay happy or become happier. We all know that we carry the world on our shoulders for a lot of different reasons. We carry it because we have family issues and you're worried about your mom or your dad with their medical issues. We carry the extra weight because we have brothers and sisters who might be going through relationship issues or possibly have addiction issues. Those are a lot of extra weight that is being carried daily on our shoulders. We as humans cannot carry all the weight of the world on our shoulders. We need to be careful because these extra pounds, these extra stress points that we carry on our shoulders could eventually lead us to things like drug addiction or alcohol addiction, possibly to overdosing, possibly to even suicide. So what we're going to do is we're going to examine what is it that I have in my backpack that I can eliminate, possibly to carry less of the world, less of the weight of the world on my shoulder. There are 10 things that are practical ways to live a happier life, and then there are 10 things to get rid of if you want to be happier. The 10 things that you want to keep in this backpack, as I pull them out and read them to you, you'll see a green check. Those things will stay in my backpack and I will continuously carry that weight on my shoulders. The 10 things I don't want in this backpack will have a big red X. Those things we're going to eliminate. It is very hard to eliminate some obvious things like family pressures. It could possibly be job pressures. Those are things that we find very hard to eliminate. But there are a lot of things in my backpack that I know I can eliminate. As always, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez over at startingpointmn.com. That's startingpointmn.com. Dr. Luis Gonzalez is a addiction recovery coach. He has two sides of his business. The first side is to help you walk from your addiction to your recovery. Him and I do the same thing when it comes to that. Him and I are addiction recovery coaches. Him and I are not therapists or counselors. We will never ever talk about your past. We will talk about today, 24 hours at a time, and talk about tomorrow. We won't talk about your past. On the other side of his business, he will also have an educational program to turn you, yes you, into an addiction recovery coach if that's what you want to be. If you have passion, personality, and professionalism, and you have some sort of addiction background, whether it's your own or possibly someone in your family, possibly in this bag, there might be something in here that I am carrying, that extra weight, because there is somebody in my family that has an addiction. There might be. I don't know exactly what's in this bag. We will read one by one, and we will do that in a few minutes. Dr. Luis Gonzalez at Starting Point. You can reach him at 844-414-8444. Give a shout out to Pam Hemphill. She is from the Recovery TV show that focuses on recovery from time to heal. You can find her on Facebook. That's Pam Hemphill, Hemphill. And you can also reach her on YouTube. She has, I think, approximately 18 episodes. I should really know the answer to this because all her episodes are on my website. I want to congratulate Pam Hemphill for her decision to open up her own outpatient counseling center. I don't know what the name yet is. I had suggested that she calls it Take Your Life Back Addiction Center. Whatever she decides to call it, I know it will be successful. She puts all her heart into all the education and the concern that she shows to people with addiction. So congratulations to Pam Hemphill. As far as my websites are concerned, www.clearviews.info. That's CLEARVIEWS.info. That is purely a website that I created right after I hit rock bottom that's designated on educating you on recovery and addiction. There are doctors, psychologists, and psychiatrists that have their information on my website that I merely just put on there to help other people. They are the medically advisable people. I merely just put it on there. However, I do have approximately 152 videos now, for you to watch. These videos are on every single subject you can imagine. If you don't see a subject that I have not addressed yet, feel free to reach me at 844-405-HELP, or you can text me at 631-599-0218. Like Dr. Luis Gonzalez, I also have another business of being an addiction recovery coach. You can find my business at www.clearreform.com. That's CLEARREFORM.com. Like Dr. Luis Gonzalez again, I walk 24 hours at a time, today into tomorrow. I never talk about your past. You can reach out to me on either one of those websites, but if you notice one thing, folks, the one thing in common here, both of my websites start with the word clear. When I first hit rock bottom, I decided I wanted to come up with a word that would address my whole future together. And as I became sober and I lived a sober life, I became very clear. I felt clear inside, I felt clear in my mind. So I said, those letters in clear, what can I do to come up with a website? So I came up with C for community, L for lessons, E for empower, A for addiction, and R for recovery. Clearviews.info and clearreform.com. Clear. Community lessons, empower, addiction recovery. It is our community, whether it's in your community or global community, that our lessons in life empower addiction recovery. So we as a community need to all start working together. I'm going to read both of my cards I have here. The first card is 10 Practical Ways to Live a Happier Life. These are quotes from 3 separate people that quoted. Abraham Lincoln first quoted this: "Most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be." It all is in your mind. If you have things that are not making you happy, whether it's on your shoulders or it's in your life or in your surroundings, you need to do something. You need to come up with an action plan to rid the negativity, the unhappiness in your life. This was from Abraham Lincoln many, many, many years ago. Most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. This comes from Helen Keller. When one door of happiness closes, another one opens, but often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see that there has been one open for us, and it's open for us to walk through. This one is from Marcel Proust. Let us be grateful to people who make us happy. They are charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Those are 3 quotes, and these are 10 practical ways to live a happier life. And those 10 practical ways to live a happier life, I am carrying right in here on my shoulders. That's weight. That's weight I want to keep in my backpack. These are 10 things to get rid of if you want to be happy. What would you throw away right now if you were given a magical trash can where you could get rid of all the stuff that's causing you stress? Think about what that says, folks. What would you throw out right away if you were given a magical trash can where you could get rid of all the stuff that's causing you stress? During times of stress and heaviness, what we need is to let go of things that are causing us overwhelming feeling of it's too much. It's not about taking one more. It's about being willing to do less. So if you could toss 10 things in your life right now, what would they be? If you're feeling overwhelmed and have been for a long time, there are 10 ways to change your thinking, to lighten the stressful load you've been carrying and finally give yourself a break. Folks, those 10 things are also in my backpack. So let's dive right into this, and I'm going to take my backpack off. Here's my backpack, and you can see it's pretty full, and it's heavy. See? I'm going to open this backpack, and one by one, without looking, I'm going to take out what is making me either happy, that I want to keep in this backpack, and what is not making me happy and I need to get rid of. So let's pull the first one out. This one has got a red straw. See the red straw? I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to turn around and I'll show you what's on there. You decide if this is going to stay in my backpack or if it's going to leave. Stop holding on to the stress of feeling that you are responsible to hold up everyone around you. Trust that there is a greater force helping them. Now, is that something you want to get rid of or you want to put back in your backpack? Let's turn it around. I see a big red X. So this one we're going to rid. We're not going to put that back in the backpack. I'm going to throw it to the side. Stop holding on to the stress of feeling you are responsible to hold up everyone around you. Trust that there is a greater force helping them. Do not be the person that has to carry the weight for everybody. So this one, we are going to eliminate. So I'm going to throw it away. Let's go to the next one in my good old trusty backpack. And here we go. I see a green. So let's read it. Cut back on the time you spend with most negative persons in your life. Now, that obviously is something you need to do to stay happy. Let's turn it around. Cut back on the time you spend with most negative people in your life. You see the big green check mark? This one is going back in my backpack. This is the weight that I want to carry on my shoulders. Next one. Stop feeling like you need to explain yourself to others. Folks, you don't need to explain your actions to everyone around you. You are you, you are an adult, but stop feeling like you need to explain yourself to others. Big X. Let's throw that one away. That's not going back in the backpack. Do what is not you. Try new things. Definitely a green check mark. We want to do that to stay happy. Try new things. Go boating. Go skydiving. Those are things you want to carry. So we're going to put that back into our bag. Stop trying to be accepted by everyone. Not everyone's going to accept you, and that's okay. Our job is to accept that. Don't worry about if people like you or accept you. What do you think? Should we put that in our backpack? Well, the answer is right here. No. You see the big, it's got a big red X. Stop trying to be accepted by everyone. Not everyone's going to accept you, and that's okay. Our job is to accept that. So this one is out of here. It's not going back in my bag. Be kind to yourself. You will make mistakes. Don't hammer yourself. Don't beat yourself up when you make a mistake. That is weight you do want to carry. You do want to carry. That's going back in my bag that I'm going to carry this weight. Let go of one thing from your past. Folks, if you've done things in your past and you're not particularly happy about it, let it go. Don't stress over it. That will put extra weight on your shoulders. So this is definitely a green. Let one thing go today, October 10th, 2014. That goes back in my bag. Let yourself be unavailable when you need to be. It's okay to say no to an event or party. Don't feel that every time somebody wants you to go out and do things that you have to say yes. You need to stop saying yes and say no more often. So that is something that we're going to throw out of our bag. That's less weight on our shoulders. Out of here. Get rid of the desire to show yourself off. You are enough as you are. You don't need to advertise you. God created you to be perfect the way you are, and that's what you need to do. So this is definitely a red X, and it is out of here as well. We're on a roll of eliminating. I've been pulling the red X's out of here. So let's hopefully get, here we go. Appreciate yourself. Remember, God created you. Write down reasons why you should appreciate yourself. Make a journal. Make a list. You are beautiful. Even if you are, you have excess weight, you are still beautiful. You are, you're kind. You're loving. These are things to appreciate yourself. So this is definitely something that we're going to put back in our bag and carry that weight on a daily basis. That's good weight. Remember that you don't need to know every detail. Stop controlling. That's one of my biggest problems. You cannot control everything. You don't need to have everything. Remember that God guides and directs all of us. So it is up to God to make sure that everything goes smoothly. And this one is out of here because it is a red X. Out of here. Next. Toss out the need to be good or perfect. It's okay to mess up. We all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. Again, don't beat yourself up. You don't need that extra weight on your shoulder, so get rid of it today, and it is out of here. Cut out or cut down on the most negative media influence your life. in your life. Folks, if you keep watching the news and you know today's news and today's society, it is constantly bad news. What we need to do is just cut one of those news programs out of your life so you will focus more on the positive results than on the negative results. This is something that we do want to carry in our backpack for the weight that we carry every day. So far, you see how we're eliminating. Folks, it is less stressful, and this is something definitely you want to carry on your shoulders, is instead of rushing constantly through life, try to be different places where you're supposed to be 5 to 10 minutes early. Try to do that. You will find out that it's less stressful. So that goes in our bag again. Here we go. Next one. You notice the bag is getting lighter and lighter. Cast away the thought that you need a lot to be successful. It's simply not true. There's always another opportunity. If you fail at something, you dust your knees and you move on. And the same goes with a relapse. If you have a relapse, you know that you can get up and you can move on. But you never ever want to make the same mistake again, whether it's the relapse or whatever mistake that you're dusting your knees from and you're moving on. So this is something that we want to get rid of, and it is a red X. Out of here. Take the smarter and higher road. Learn to say no. If you're young and you're watching me right now, if the peer pressure, people want you to smoke crack or drink excessive alcohol or any alcohol, and the same goes with you adults, you have to learn to say no. Remember, God gave you a mind to control on your own. You need to say no, because saying yes will only get you into the same predicament that these folks are in probably right now. We need to eliminate different stressors in our life, and certainly by saying no is something that we want to keep in our bag. So say no. Next one. Be kind in small ways. That is definitely something we want to carry the weight on our shoulders. Be kind. It could be as simple as helping a neighbor carry grocery bags, and it could be as simple as opening the door at McDonald's for an elderly couple. So that is something that we definitely want to keep on our shoulders in our bag. You notice the big, nice green check mark. That is perfect. Here we go. We're getting less and less, folks. Don't feel the need to reply immediately to everything. Folks, if you get those emails, you get text messages, don't feel that you have to drop what you're doing, stress over giving an answer. So you need to slow down, and you need to control your own life. Don't let other people control your life. So get rid of that. That's extra weight. We don't need that. Be appreciative of other people. There are a lot of people that love you out there. You need to appreciate what you do have. Don't stress over what you don't have. A lot of times what you don't have is for a reason, because God doesn't want you to have it. So be appreciative of what you do have. That's weight on your shoulder you should be carrying it every single day. Last but not least, get rid of the need to please others. Folks, we don't want to please other people constantly. It's a beautiful thing if we could, but we can only do so much so often. So this is something that we need to get rid of, and we need to get rid of today. Stop pleasing others. Now, all these other things are going back in my backpack. Oh my God, is this much lighter? And I'm going to put this backpack back on, and much lighter, less weight on my shoulders. Now those 20 things, I'm only carrying half that weight now. I am carrying the 10 practical ways to live a happier life today. I got rid of 10 things to get rid of that won't make me happy. 10 things that'll wear me down. The only extra weight that I should have in here right now is possibly family stress, relationship stress. We need to work on those too. A way to start doing to eliminate more stress or more weight on your shoulders is to start being a better role model at home. And how do we do that, folks? Well, we start with eliminating 4 things. These 4 things you need to take out of your backpack that holds all the weight on your shoulders. You need to take away the smoking. You need to take away the drinking. You need to take away using profanity. And you need absolutely to stop physically abusing others. If that is in your backpack, you need to take that away, because those 4 things will make you a better role model who will continuously make you look like the hero in your children's eyes. Those 4 things I have to take out of my backpack: smoking, drinking, profanity, and physical abuse. Those things I have to. So those are out of my backpack. Became much lighter. Look at the play I have in here. Now the weight's going to be put back in with 4 other things. We need to have love for each other. So I'm going to put that in my backpack. We need to have respect for each other. That is going to go in my backpack. We need to absolutely show compassion for each other. That is going to go in my backpack. And we need to show emotion for each other. So you notice now it's not as loose anymore. My straps got tighter. And soon you're going to notice there is no play whatsoever. Look at this. This is only the weight I want to carry in my backpack. This is the weight I want on my shoulders daily. Do you see that? Nice and tight. I eliminated 10 things. I eliminated 4 more things, including smoking, drinking, profanity, and physical abuse. And the only thing I added to 10 things that make me happy are love, respect, compassion, and emotion. And now I have less weight of the world to carry on my shoulders. I hope that you decide to do exactly what I'm showing you to do. Do yourself a favor. Do this at home. Grab one of your children's backpacks. Write down 10 things that you know that you would not want to carry the weight of on your shoulders. And then write down 10 things that you do know you do want to. Mix them all up. And then go to the kitchen table. Sit and review each and every one. And the ones that have the red X's on it, think about, can we just get rid of them? And those 20 things that are in your backpack, after you eliminated the 10 things you don't want in your life, you will notice that your backpack will become nice and sturdy and nice and movable. That is what you need to do, and you need to do that to be a better role model in your home. You need to do that to start writing new chapters in your book of life. Everybody has a beginning of the book of life and an end. Your beginning is at your birth and your end will be at your death. It is the chapters that are in between that are most important. Every single year of your life is one chapter in your book of life. You, as the role model, need to help your children write chapters between birth and 18 until they leave home. You need to show that you can think 4 things that we told you to take out of your backpack: the smoking, the drinking, the profanity, and the physical abuse. You need to show them that you don't have to have that in your home. But the 4 things I told you to put into your backpack to carry the weight on your shoulders, those 4 things of love, respect, compassion, and emotion have to be done daily in your home. If you do those 4 things that have to be done and you eliminate the other 4 things, between the ages of 0 and 18, you are grooming your child. You are being the perfect role model, the hero in your child's eyes. So when your child goes out there at the age of 18, that child will be shielded from the terrible things that are out there in society. There are terrible things out there. Mold your child continuously to have respect for others, to have love for others, to show compassion to others, and show emotion. Don't mold your child to smoke, to drink, to use profanity, and to physically abuse. Children will do what they see at home, and if they see you as the role model doing those 4 things, the smoking, the drinking, the physical abuse, and the profanity, they have the monkey see, monkey do attitude, and they will do that. Because if you do those 4 things and you want your children to smoke, drink, use profanity, and physically abuse people, they will blend right into society. If you do that daily, but if you stop it, even today, because you can't control what happened yesterday and there before, but today, October 10th, 2014, you can change your whole life. You can change everything in your home. And when I mean everything, I mean the whole atmosphere of the lifestyle that you're living. You can change that today. It all has to do with what weight are you carrying on your shoulders. If you have excessive weight in your backpack that you're carrying on your shoulders, you need to get rid of it today. Like I just threw those 10 things out, and I feel 10 reasons lighter. And then I added the other 4. So 14 things that I threw out of my backpack that makes me have less weight on my shoulders, folks. The analogy might be ridiculous. The way I'm showing it might be ridiculous, but it's the only way that I can show to you how we all have a backpack in life, and in that backpack is either good weight or bad weight. Only good weight should be carried on your shoulders. You, as a human, God created and gave you a mind, have the ability to get rid of all the dead weight, the negative weight, the bad weight, the abusive weight, the drinking weight, the smoking weight. You have the ability to take that out of your backpack, this backpack, and like I just did, just throw it away and only leave in your backpack things that are positive, that are good, that include no smoking, no drinking, no profanity, no physical abuse. You have that ability. That way you'll walk through, starting today, October 10th, 2014, for the rest of your life with a backpack that only has good weight on your shoulders. That is that simple. The analogy is that simple. And Abraham Lincoln said it best when he said, most people are happy as they make up their minds to be. It is all in here, folks. If you want to be happy, you will be happy. But if you want to continuously live in a negative light, that's what you're going to do until you change. And you have that ability. And Helen Keller, when one door closes, another one opens. But often we look at so long at that closed door that we don't even realize that that other one is open and we could have walked through it. That closed door is negative now. Look at that positive. Look at the sunshine coming through that door that just opened because one door closed, another one opened. And Marcel Proust, what he said, let us be grateful to the people who makes us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our soul blossom. What would you throw away if you were given a magical trash can where you could get rid of all the stuff that's causing you stress? What would you throw away? Well, I just took 14 things, 10 things that were in my bag, and I added the other 4 things that possibly could have been in my life and might be in your life. They're not in my life, but they possibly could be in your life. So 14 things that caused extra weight on my shoulders were taken out of this backpack to give me extra weight on my shoulders to carry the world. During times of stress and heaviness, what we need is to let go of the things that are causing an overwhelming feeling of it is too much. It's not about taking on more things. It's about eliminating things. As we get older, we get a little weaker and we don't need the extra weight on our shoulders. It's about being willing to do less. So if you could toss 10 things in your life right now into that magical trash can that I just gave you, what would they be? Write that down tonight. Think about what I'm telling you. What will it be if you could get rid of 10 things in your life? What would they be? If you want to text me at 631-599 and 0218 and share what they would be, I would love to hear it. And with your permission, if you want to give your first name, I will air it. I wait for your results. 10 items in your life that are wearing you down. If you could eliminate them into a magical trash can that I just gave you, what would they be? Let me know. If you're feeling overwhelmed and have been for a long time, here are 10 ways to change your thinking and to lightening the stressful load that you've been carrying and finally give yourself a break. Those 10 things are right in this bag that we just went over. This weight on my shoulder of the world has been eliminated by half the weight. And all it is for you to take a mental inventory of what is the excessive weight on your shoulders and getting rid of the things you don't need. Be that role model at home. Work on your book of life. Continuously, every day, write new chapters in your book of life. Every single day. Every single day should be better and better chapters than the previous chapter. If you start seeing that your chapters are being written by you in a less desirable way, it is time for you to start changing. Remember, don't beat yourself up. You are only human. Remember that. Reach up and ask God daily for guidance and direction. Every single day. And if you have a drinking problem or a drug problem or both, start today, October 10th, 2014, to rewrite the chapters in your book. It takes two things to start today. It takes the fact that you stop denying you have a problem. Because as long as you keep saying that you don't have a problem, you will never, ever be able to fix the problem. And once you stop denying that you have a problem and you admit you have a problem, which there's no shame in saying it, then reach to your higher power. Ask God for guidance and direction, because you obviously can't guide and direct your own life. You can't. If you're out of control with drugs and alcohol, you are uncontrollable. You need your creator. Remember, God created you. And when God created you, he created a perfect human. You took that perfect human and created what is right now, whether good and bad. You created that. As much as you created that, God can fix whatever problems you have, but you need to reach out for guidance and direction. When you go to bed at night, instead of taking your shoes, sneakers, and slippers and putting them by the edge of your bed at night before you climb into bed, put them under your bed. That way, tomorrow morning when you wake up, you need to go onto your knees and get those slippers because they're under your bed. And while you're on your knees, thank your Heavenly Father that you have another day on this beautiful earth. For every breath you take, somewhere else in this world is taking their last breath. For every time you open and close your eyes or blink, someone is closing their eyes for the last time. So why not thank your Heavenly Father, God, daily, that you are entitled to be on this earth for another day. You're allowed to do that. Start being kind to people. When you have extra, share it. If you have extra bread, don't let it go stale. Give it to somebody in need, a neighbor, a friend. Too many people have this concept that they might be able to take whatever they have, worldly possessions, to their grave. And that's why they don't share. They would rather have everything today for every day they live instead of sharing. So when they do die, people will be fighting over their belongings. Folks, what comes around goes around. If you're good to others, good will happen to you. But if you're bad to others, bad things will happen to you. Use this analogy. When we move from house to house, we always have to get like a U-Haul truck to move our personal possessions. Well, when they move your dead body to your final resting place, wherever it might be, don't think there's going to be a U-Haul behind your hearse carrying your world possession. Because they're not. You came to this earth with nothing, and you're going to leave this earth with nothing. All your worldly possessions will just stay wherever they might be at your home. And unless you left explicit directions for your world possessions, people like hungry sharks will go through your stuff. So why not enjoy watching people? Enjoy your stuff now, together. Enjoy that. Know that you have made a difference in someone's life. This whole video, this whole show today is under the concept of us being happier in life and eliminating the negative things that bring us down, that put the extra weight into this backpack on my shoulder. That is the concept of this show. Eliminate them. Wouldn't it make you happy to know that you have helped someone Because whatever you might have at home that you might consider not worth anything, and that's why you haven't given it to somebody, it is worth something to someone out there. Your trash might be somebody else's gold findings. That is one of the reasons I love going to yard sales, because obviously those people are getting rid of it because they have no use for it. But whatever they're getting rid of might be worth something to me. Of course, I have to pay for that. But what I'm trying to, my reasoning for this is that if you have something that you don't need, just share it. And if you're willing today to finally admit you don't have, you do have a drug and alcohol problem, go to AA. They have 12 steps. They have the 90-90, which is 90 meetings in 90 days. And they also have a structured program. They've been around since 1936. Go there today. Let them show you how to live a sober life. If you go there and you want to try other things, you can try my methods. My methods are so simple. I have 16 alternative steps to their 12 steps. My methods are my videos. My methods are my websites. My methods are, on Sundays, I go hit the streets of Mastic Beach, New York, which reminds me, folks, remember, between 11 and 12, this Sunday again, Neighborhood Road, Mastic Beach, New York, I will be there as a soldier in fighting the war on addiction. I will be doing live interviews for you to listen to on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday, over and over again. These are real people with real stories. I will not edit anything. Unless if it's so explicit with profanity, I won't even put it on the air. But if you do hear a curse here and there, it is real people with real stories, and I will not edit that. These stories include drug and alcohol abuse. These stories include homeless people. These stories include people at their last straw in life. They're hanging by a thread of life. These are stories. These are the real people with real stories here on Take Your Life Back show. That will happen between 11 and 12 on Sunday. As all the previous Sundays and all the Sundays to come, it will happen. This is my way of working with my addiction daily. Because when I do these videos, I know that I'm going to help hopefully 2 people daily. Out of the thousands that watch me, I would love to help 1,000, but realistically, if I only help 2 people, one of them is always going to be me, and the other one, hopefully, is you. Let today be the best day of the rest of your life. Let today, October 10th, 2014, be a new chapter in your book of life. Let today be that. Remember, let the sunshine into your heart and into your home, and you will get nothing, and I promise you this, nothing but positive results. If you eliminate the darkness, which is negativity, negative people, negative thoughts, you will get nothing but positive results. You will not ever get negative results if you eliminate that. Remember the 10 things that make you happier that I'm still carrying in my bag, and the other 4 things that I added: love, respect, compassion, and emotion. And remember the other 10 things that we got rid of that was extra weight on my shoulders. And remember the other 4 things that we got rid of: smoking, drinking, profanity, and physical abuse. And then you will have, I'm holding this with my finger, you will have this weight on your on your shoulders, folks. See this weight? I'm holding my finger. Hardly any weight left. That's what you will have. But if you continuously keep filling this bag that's on your shoulders with extra weight, you will be carrying all the weight of the world on your shoulder, and that will cause you to be stressed. That will cause you to do things like drinking and drugging. That will cause you possibly to overdose, possibly to commit suicide. Start today, October 10th, 2014, and take your life back. And if you need help taking your life back, text me at 631-599-0218. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Email me at clearreform@yahoo, CLEARREFORM. Go to Facebook, we have Clear Reform, open group. We have Clear Reform page and Clear Views info page. You can find me on Google, Twitter, Yahoo, Dig, Dogpile, Blogger, many other places. But it all starts with you. It all starts, do you want to carry the weight of the world on your shoulder, or do you want to start eliminating a lot of that weight like I did and make your shoulders feel better? It all starts at your home. It all starts with your sunshine that you're letting through the windows in your home. Think about, most people are as happy as they want to be, or as they make up their minds to be. If you already made up your mind to be unhappy, that's what you're going to get. But Abraham Lincoln, and I quote, said it best: most people are as happy as they make up their minds to be. And remember what Helen Keller said: when one door of happiness closes, another one opens. But often we look so long at the closed door, what we do not see is the one that has been opened for us, and we can walk through that door. Please, folks, starting today, October 10th, 2014, let the sunshine into your heart and into your home, and you will get nothing but positive results. Nothing. And remember, a sober today, I guarantee you, will give you a better tomorrow. And if you believe what I'm telling you in here, in your heart and in your head, it will become clear wherever you might be globally. Wherever. I want to give a shout out to all my friends that watch me daily on a consistent what's the word I'm looking for? Consistent basis. I want to thank you all for doing that. I hope my friend in New Hampshire is doing okay. I hope my friend way up north is doing okay. And all my friends down south, I hope everybody is doing fine. And I want to remind you, please, the weekend is coming. It is a proven fact that on Friday nights into Sunday night, the drinking and the drugging becomes most excessive. I beg of you to try to control yourself. I want you even more to eliminate it, but try to control yourself. Because when you get behind a wheel, either drunk or drugged, you are taking a lethal weapon and possibly going to kill yourself, and more importantly, kill an innocent person. Control yourself. Eliminate it is the best thing. Let the sunshine into your heart and your home. You'll get nothing but positive results, folks. That's the simple truth of the matter. And more than anything, please have a sober day and have a sober weekend. And God bless you. Hello, folks. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I just want to share my story with my situation back in 1981 in the United States Marine Corps. I was sitting in a chapel during boot camp, and a chaplain tapped me on the shoulder and asked me to come into his quiet room. As I was walking into his quiet room, I had no idea what he wanted from me. It was then that God was setting my life in motion. So the chaplain sat me down and he says, "Ralph, I've noticed that you like to help people, you motivate people, you're always walking around with a smile. And I wanted to know," this is the chaplain saying this to me, "I wanted to know, Ralph, would you like to volunteer and become a lay leader?" And of course, I had no idea what a lay leader was. So he explained to me what a lay leader was. It's somebody that is a liaison between the recruits and the chaplain. So when the recruits have issues, problems, or anything like that, they go to the lay leader, and they go to the chaplain as the lay leader to let the chaplain know of the situations that are happening. It was then, in 1981, that God already had a plan for me, and from that point on was that God realized that no matter how long it would take for me to achieve what God already knew what was going to happen to me, He would let me go down into the worst extremes in life. So from 1981, as a lay leader, and I'm going to show you the medal now with a lay leader, the front and the back. This is the back of the medal, and then the front looks like this. So in 1981, at Paris Island, South Carolina, when I became a lay leader, God already had my life set in motion. But again, He wanted me to set my own course in life. So I went down the years and the course of my life and did some of the worst things possible to my own body through alcoholism. God already said to himself, well, I'm going to wait for Ralph to get close to hitting rock bottom. So from 1981 until 2011, which is 30 years, God came to me again and he said, Ralph, are you ready to continue helping other people? That's when I formed Mastic Beach Outreach 2011, and what that was is for older people and mentally and physically challenged people, that my wife and I would help them by giving them clothing, food, possibly, like in one case, tires for someone's car. And so God said, okay, he is getting better, but he's still not ready to do what I really wanted him to do. So in 2011, I continued my alcoholism to the point of 10 to 15 shots a day. As time went further, 2 years down the road, it became worse and worse with my alcoholism. In 2013, God finally put his big hand on my head and says, are you ready now? That is when I hit rock bottom. June 22nd, 2013, I reached out and I finally admit that I had an alcohol problem. It was then when God lifted me up and set my life in motion for today, September 2nd, 2014. So from 2013 until 2014, I continue educating myself and you, others, through my websites, through my videos on how to battle with addiction. And God saw this, and He said to Himself, Ralph is still continuing helping people. So in between 2013 and 2014, as time was going by, and I proved to God that I was really reforming myself, that God introduced me to Dr. Luis Gonzalez. I had been toying with the idea about becoming a substance abuse counselor until I ran into an article about recovery coaching. So I thought it was very ironic that God had planted Dr. Luis Gonzalez from Starting Point, that's StartingPointMN.com, 844-414-8444, into my life. Dr. Luis Gonzalez gave me the educational programming to turn me into a recovery coach. So while I was training for Dr. Luis Gonzalez to become a recovery coach, and today, my father comes from South Carolina to visit, and we're looking at my shrine, which my wife calls a shrine, which is all my Marine Corps ribbons and medals. And my father asked me, Ralph, what is this medal for? What is this particular medal for? And I then said to myself, here's where it all came together. I finally realized what that medal stood for and how it influenced me in my life. It was back in 1981 that God knew already that I would eventually, towards the middle or 60% of my life, be out to help other people, to continuously help people, to motivate people, to coach people. So it was from 1981 to 2011 that I ran my life to the ragged ends, to the pit of the worst. And then from 2011 to 2013, even worse than that. And then June 22nd, 2013, finally helped myself up with the grace of God. And in 2014 became an addiction recovery coach. And all that epiphany came to me due to my father asking me what this stood for. This particular silver medal. When he asked me that, it all finally came together, that God had bigger and better plans for me. And this is what I'm telling you, folks. There is a plan for you. No matter what the plan might be, you don't know what it is, but there is a plan for you. It's just a matter of you figuring it out. So why don't you let me help take your life back? Thank you. God bless you, and have a sober day.
my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lonely river sigh, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and the time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. Girl, I need your love. Godspeed your love.